Never let go of. That's a couple years ago. Said to say it, but the I don't wanna tell these short-term people on my life. Ride goes, fucking so that I know. Yeah. I keep wishing that it won't come true. I'm telling sick. Ladies even get out run. I'm having premonition. I keep wishing that it won't come true. I'm telling sick emotion. Play me some shit for my soul. Lately I feel all alone. Told you I'm not going home. Yeah. Lately I feel all alone. Feel like I'm losing control. It's like I'm going off road. Play me some shit for my soul. Lately I feel all alone. Told you I'm not going home. Hey, lately I feel all alone. Feel like I'm losing control. It's like I'm going off road. Yeah, that's the days you call me. So, as you say, the more you know. Levitate, record and go. Hours in the studio. OVO with audio. Cautious by default, even written in my horoscope. But before I set, when I show up, it's a horror show. When I'm at the plate, I hit the ball, don't know how far it go. Out the park, got somebody probably got a guard or so. Always put my heart in something. Never stuck in my heart. They say I'm trying to want to see it in my face. Get this when I'm emotional. I can't leave my place. Take a shit, but it's rich. We don't stay for the win. Celebrate the win. Take a shit, but it's rich. We don't stay for the win. I keep you pushing. Celebrate the win. It's real. Let's go. I mean, she's in the moment. Energy. Not even money. I'm just killing it. That's for the ones that think I'm joking. This is real for real. Like we put some half of metal. Yeah, I'm sweet. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find. Just say I got sex appeal. I think it's 'cause I work that good. I'm ready to race. No, don't fear nothing. I stuck in my way. Hey, I'm so beyond it. I'm a base in the Coney Island. I'm top looking fine. I did a lot, but I still got a topic. I guess you heard from that, but you gotta have it to find it. So I be in the lab working like Dexter and Dee Dee. Cause you only as good as the last record you drop, and I got it, yo, I can't break my promise. Because be out of pocket. You don't get the time of day, you know, cash in my wallet, work on your craft for your comments. I was in the basement with Trevor and Chronic, rapping up the blades and smoking some chronic. Lower the music because his mom's sleeping, but the loud got us here, how fucking ironic. They call me dumb and obnoxious, now I'm young and iconic. The weather bees, gotta trust in the process. Went from underrated drinking to hypnotic, dream about making profit. Lost soldiers who is vital to the progress. I know they pulling some tricks from above me, so I can't let them down, yo, I promise. I'm done being modest, I'm getting everything and more till I'm rotted. I'm trying to feel the people who believe in the kid. I owe it all to you. Be the vessel for you. Yeah, you know this game is both a gift and a curse. Things can be worse. Things can be worse.
Jamaican scream blood clot. I was one block away when they shot up the bus stop. AC1 cop, the hood was so hot and it's such shot. Keep us gun cocked, you're gonna end up with one cop. 17, I was jumping over empty shell cases. Crime scene, yellow tape. I've seen plenty pale faces. We stay here, but we always wonder where this hell places. Might come on, that's a little harsh. Might as well face it. It's easy as grass. Connected with your friends and family in the past. Call and check up on someone. It's a struggle just to be had. Just because you see me knows what you're doing. I'm so happy. I think that this shit is whack. My work will speak for itself. I'm done talking. I get so off the radar, they gon' be the one talking. All I ever heard was talk barking and cut barking. But in 2021, I'll be seeing my son walking. First thing I'm becoming better than the one I was. Lost some friends over the years. People trying to be a thug. Some of them they still alive. Some of them deserve us love. We all got namesayers. You can tell I'm joining the club. I did it all, baby. And you do nothing for me. I know this game could be addicting a curse, but things could be worse. Things could be worse.
Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all these losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hair on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and my self-talk too. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own. .24-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes. The arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. 3rd down here.
And the 11.
From the gun, Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Throwing, Jones. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 38, Winston. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
That's good.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jameis now on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
They'll take over.
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Room here to run. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage here and take off.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Harris has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's not going to get me easy. 27, Mike 27. Me and you all day. Flip. I'm coming after you.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
This is Carson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's Carson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And the Chargers first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now Jones, off play action. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, it's Carson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jones, escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They go play action. Winston. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He's going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Raven. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Ross to return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Here's Jones to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him, Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, they'll run it with Mosier. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Harris. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Harris, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 41, Winston sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger 1st down.
15. 1st down, Los Angeles.
They run it with Carson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Ravens 26.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, it's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Eluding the pressure right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
We're ready. Flag. What is that? They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
On play action, Winston. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rocky Sin.
No, sir.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Let's give him a show.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Switch.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
You know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how can anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
14.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Mostert. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd and goal, Winston, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the gun, Jones. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
On the play.
A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now an option play on second down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. The 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Ravens 29, Chargers 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. First and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Jones. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jones on 3rd down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Off the play fake, Winston. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Set to kick off.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And now here's Ross. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A.J. Brown, 67 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Young Wei Koo set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we did it, and that's how we.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light ear just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Cheap, I got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check.